you. They tried plenty of times to get Teresa to come at me. When she first came out of jail and I went on the show, it was like, yes, we have somebody who's fearless. Maybe she'll go up against Teresa, the Queen of Jersey. It didn't happen. We fell in love. She was so nice. She was a girl's. We talked about makeup. The first thing she said to me is, I love your lips. I said, thank you so much. It's probably the only thing on my face that hasn't been touched. I mean, we just hit it off, and I loved her, and she had plenty of times to take me down, and she didn't.
Okay. Well, like when you went on, like, was it because like I've spoken to a lot of ex-housewives like Amber Marchese, and I know like Jen and Jack, you know, like when you went on, like, was there, like, were you told by producers pick a side, like you either need to be Team Teresa or Team Melissa, or was there that pressure?
100% yes. 100%. But what they do is they do it in a very kind of way where they set up a schedule. So if I get my schedule and all week I'm filming with Teresa and Dolores, I pretty much know what team I'm on, right? Because you got a schedule of who you're filming with. I'm not filming with Jacqueline all week. I'm not filming with Melissa all week. They pretty much in the beginning see where the chemistry is, and then they set up the scheduling. And that's no problem with that, because if you're going by chemistry, I have no problem with it. What I have a problem with is the whispering in the ears of to see which housewife has no moral compass that will go into the darkest places and dig up dirt that is harmful for the family. Hence, trout mouth. Hence, the roast beef sandwich that's been sitting in the sun for 15 years. The one that came on, I couldn't even look at her. And how did they bring her on the show? Siggy, we're going to tell everybody she's your friend. And I'm like, wait a second. The girl has never seen the inside of my kitchen. The girl has never had my phone number. I have never been out to dinner. There are no pictures with me and Marge. You're going to say that she's never, ever met my children. Meaning I have 3 homes. She's never seen a kitchen in any one of those homes. But just because she lives in Tenafly, we're going to say that she's my friend. You know what I said? Okay. It was enough, because I was constantly the housewife that was calling Bravo with my attorney all the time. And why? Every time you film, when the show comes out, you see the show before the viewers see the show. Mm-hmm. You're able to see the manipulation and the horrible edit. And I used to call and say, I don't understand why I am being attacked. And I don't understand it. Why can't you let it be? You already have 2 girls who don't like each other, me and her. Let it be. Just let it play out. Leave us alone. Why do you have to go hanging out in her house, having dinner with her, calling and doing all these? Let it be. The girl showed up on the show with pigtails saying she likes to put pot on her puss. Enough. Let it be. Her coat and the bear wrapped around her head. Can you just let it be? You have such... There was obviously they did everything to try to make us like each other. It didn't happen. I'm like, I don't think so. Not so much. Not so much, guys. I'm not hanging out with that. There's something about her that irked me from day one. She came on the show as a liar. She came on the show as a cheater. She came on the show with copyright infringements. She came on the show as the Vineyard Vine whale. Not for me. Everything in my life, I'm going to own it. If I fall flat on my face, I'm going to say, listen, guys, I really tried my best, but I failed. I'm sorry. It didn't work. If you can't come and show me your authentic self, and you have to pretend that you are this, I'm such a successful this and that. I'm like, wait, well, what?
This message is sponsored by Greenlight. You know, as my sister's kids get older, being Uncle David gets somewhat easier. They listen to me more, they clean up after themselves. But I noticed, me, my sister, none of us are having conversations with her children about money. And that's how I discovered Greenlight. Greenlight is a debit card and money app where families and parents can send money to their kids so that their kids learn how to save, invest, and spend wisely. All thanks to games that teach money skills in a fun and accessible way. My sister and me, Uncle David, have used the Greenlight app for their chores. We set up 2 main easy chores for them. Clean your room every week and wash the dishes once a week after dinner. If they do this, they get the money deposited into their Greenlight app. If I was having money deposited into my Greenlight app growing up, I might have been more prone to do my chores. Listen, millions of parents and kids are learning about money on Greenlight. But don't take my word for it. Sign up for Greenlight today and get your first month free when you go to greenlight.com/velvetrope. That's greenlight.com/velvetrope to try Greenlight for free. Greenlight.com/velvetrope. Are you guys as tired as I am of hair products that promise you everything and leave your hair feeling sticky, stiff, crunchy? Well, I need to tell you about an award-winning hair care line founded by the one, the only Jennifer Aniston. That's right, I'm talking about Lola V. And Lola V's newest launch was actually inspired by Jen's time on Friends. This is the only sculpting paste that I use. Why? Because Lola V's sculpting paste offers all-day medium hold styling without that unwanted stiffness, and it gives my hair such an amazing lived-in texture. Unlike other sculpting pastes I've tried, Lola V's paste is lightweight, moldable, and flexible. So unlock beautifully behaved hair at lolav.com. As our loyal listeners, you get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use code VELVET at checkout. That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com with promo code VELVET. Please note you could only use one promo code per order, and discounts cannot be combined. After you purchase, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you. Your hair will thank you. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors, according to Indeed data. One of the things I love about Indeed is it makes hiring all in one place so easy. I've used Indeed to hire for this very podcast for editors, ad sales people, marketing people. Before Indeed, I used to spend hours and days searching for the right candidate. With Indeed, I don't search, I match. And I feel like I'm able to ditch the busy work with Indeed. With Indeed, you can schedule, screen, and message candidates so you can connect with them faster. But don't take my word for it. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsor job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/velvet. Just go to Indeed.com/velvet right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/velvet. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
Second scene, we're at New York Prime, my restaurant, where I broke my water for Joshua and had to, this is my restaurant for over 25 years. And you're there and saying, yeah, I was married to a man. And then, we had to call a plumber and I answered the door and I cheated on my husband with my plumber. And I'm like, why are you showing off that you're a cheater? It's just not for me. I understand that people have affairs. There's a tact in the way you talk about it. She just gave me the EGBGs, throw up in my mouth. And I used to look and I used to be like, I can't. Now the producer, that's gold for producers.
And you guys never knew each other at all before?
Yes, no. We knew of each other because we had a mutual friend, another troublemaker that used to work for her, and she would work for her. So I knew her name. I knew that she had trying to do these clothing, whatever it was, clothing collection or something. I knew of her. But when I say friends with her, Michael Campanella and Siggy Flicker never had dinner with Margaret and her husband. Never once did I get a phone call and say, hey, girl, let's meet for lunch. Let's have coffee.